When you look critically into that scripture, you realize there is a generation that should not be touched. Is that not true? There is a tribe that should not be touched. There are people that when you touch them by mistakes, you die by correction. There are people that are not ordinary people. Is that okay? When I used to watch a movie a long time ago, I watched a movie called No Ordinary Family. Have you watched it before? It's like a series movie. In that family, everybody has a superpower. Like everybody. So when they get a child in the family, they are trying to discover what power do you have. No ordinary. You are permitted to go and find that movie and watch it. No Ordinary Family. Because this is not the year to be ordinary. Is that okay? I pray for the people in the US. May the Lord help you. I've been in contact, but eventually I have not called you. Maybe it's been long you have not called me too. But many people that are in the US that I know, there's a law that we prayed for Donald Trump to come into government. But when he came into government, he set a law. You are not aware, but that law does not permit people to dwell so long in US is a land of immigrants. The United States of America itself was built by immigrants. People came into the country and built it. That's why it's a free state. But when the president came, one of the things he said, or one of the law he signed as an executive law, sincerely speaking, that we are not really happy about, is that every immigrant should go back home. And the problem is that if you check very well, his wife may be an immigrant, his vice president's wife. Many people came to that place. Is that okay? Are you with me? But there are people that will not be afraid of deportation. Why? Because they are a called out ones. They are separated. What affects others is not permitted to affect you. I know you are Koro. I know you are TV. I know you are a Doma. I know you are a God. I know you are Lago. That is your limitation. If you are not called out from that family, that tribe, that kindred, you will die like mere men. So they don't know, neither do they understand. So they perish. The allotment of the privileges of the kingdom that is made available for people, if you don't have an understanding revelation, you will perish. So the children of Israel were in a situation where the Philistines were about to conquer them. In fact, according to scripture, they have conquered Ekron. They have conquered many other regions. But yet again, when they were afraid, a priest rose among them. In the days when it looks as though they have no inheritance, somebody rose. And when Samuel rose, Samuel knew the kind of sacrifice to offer to engage the hand of God. Samuel knew the kind of sacrifice to offer that God can help them. The challenge is not because they are not the children of God, it's because they are the children of God, but God neglected them. Everybody knew that the Israelites were children of God. In fact, before that time, how did they come out of Egypt? By a pillar of cloud. And by what? A fire. Is that not true? Their coming out of Egypt was miraculous. Their entire life was miraculous. But we realize that at any point in time, God is no longer with them. They become puppets in the hands of wicked men. They become puppets in the hands of wicked people. How comes the people that nobody dare to touch them? The people that anytime they step into a region, people were afraid. How comes they now came to a point where the Philistines went and conquered them? It was simply because a time came, God withdrew himself from them. And because God withdrew himself from them, they became important. And immediately they became important. Now they can be conquered by the enemy. I want to submit to you, at any point in time that you are far from the help of God, you are dead. You are doomed. If any point in time the hand of God cannot reach you, you are gone. See, don't be foolish. Trust not in the arm of the flesh. Trust not in no one. A time came when a king that does not know Joseph came. You know the governor, you know the president. Good luck to you. But a time will come when a king that does not know Joseph will emerge. In the day that they come, who again will defend you? Wise men like Samuel, they knew the altar called Ebenezer. They know how to establish a stone of covenant. They know how to establish a place to which we guarantee victory. It doesn't matter the land you are. It's only hard to the degree to which an altar you raise. Men that raise altars open the heavens. Solomon proved it. That it was not because the temple was lacking in people. It was simply because there was not a sufficient sacrifice offer. So Solomon offered a kind of sacrifice. When he was done offering that sacrifice, the presence of God descended upon the temple. The hand of God rested upon the temple. And Solomon said, whosoever turn to this place and pray, God must answer. It means there is something you can do, and the presence of God can rest upon your business. The hand of God can rest upon your academics. The hand of God can rest upon your relationship. The hand of God can rest upon your ministry. And there is nothing that can go wrong when the hand of God is there. I am an evidence of the presence of God. Shekinah is not just a name of a ministry. No, I didn't Google to copy it. No. I was literally in an encounter when I saw the tabernacling of the presence of God. When you see the presence of God, you don't want to see an angel. You don't even want to see a cherubim, because all of them are guarding the presence. When the hand of God comes, you won't be looking for angel or looking for whether demons will run away. Because in that realm of operation, only holiness dwells. And that is why Samuel knew that the challenge that is befalling them now is because God is not there. And if you can bring God, everything will be solved. Your hardest exercise spiritually is to make sure that God is working with you. If you can bring God into the situation, I can assure you, just go and rest, everything will work out. There is a generation that cannot be affected by the present predicament. There's a generation that even when they move to deport you, they will say, what is about you? There is always something that communicates. There is a people that when others want to do evil to them, something answer. It's the generation of the Samuel. There is a generation that are under the confines of Samuel. Samuel knew the kind of sacrifice to offer for rain to come. You enter into a city and it looks as if there is no rain. And suddenly you offer a kind of sacrifice and rain begin to fall. He came into a situation. Philistines are conquering. Israel is losing. And Israel are the beloved of the Lord. But it doesn't matter whether Israel are the beloved of the Lord. If they neglect the ancient covenant, the pathway to which their fathers have laid, they will receive the same dividends of wickedness as though God was never figure among them. Don't tell me your father is a pastor. Don't tell me you have a spiritual father. Do you know the covenant of your father? Do you know he said, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The day you don't know the covenant that God has with your father, you perish. The same way you are ignorant of the demonic covenant your father went and initiated physically, and now you are a victim of a demonic covenant. It is the same way that one way or the other you can be included into a spiritual covenant. And that is why I said your problem may not be anything. Maybe that you believe you are alago, you believe you are gone so much than your identity in the spirit. You see, I will give you a name that nobody knows. So when Samuel came into the situation, he knew that it's a matter of covenant. And he established a covenant. When he established a covenant, Ebenezer, immediately when it was established that God has stepped into this situation, the Philistines begin to look for where to run. Because at that very moment, all of a sudden, invisible army begin to defeat. Invisible army begin to fight. Now we saw the help of God. Immediately when the help of God came, the Bible said the Philistines ran away, because every other thing that the Philistines had bound to was destroyed. To make the matter worse, even the lands to which they have conquered, they have taken from Israel, the Bible says it was restored again.